Hey guys, welcome back to the Letting Go series. Yesterday we discussed about how is our mental health when we're considering getting into a relationship and dating. Today I'm going to discuss the topic of what are you looking for, right? When you're getting into a relationship, is it an impulsive reaction? Do you just jump into it and not really think things through? Or do you take time and set some time apart to actually contemplate on what are you looking for, right? Because we're all different worlds in our own heads. We all have different goals. We all have different means of which we live by. We all have different purposes. We all are on different paths, right? And so a lot of people are fortunate enough to find a person that complements them in that aspect. But in reality, how often does that really happen? You know, going back into the mental state and the mental health, when you're lonely, right? Are you really paying attention to what a person can bring to the table for you? Or are you just going with the motion and the flow and letting the feelings lead you, like, are you really paying attention to what this person can contribute to your life, right? Because I feel like one thing in this generation and day and age that we live in is that a lot of people date and they just date to date, or date for short-term relationships. And really, I've always been the type that I feel like if you're gonna date, it should be because you're trying to learn someone so that you can potentially lead somewhere with that somebody. And so it's important to take time apart and really look at yourself, look at your life, right? And see where you're trying to go, see what you're trying to accomplish, and see if you can find somebody who complements that. Finding somebody who doesn't complement that, just it's like setting yourself up for failure beforehand, because it's just not gonna work out. You're gonna clash, you're not gonna see eye to eye. Sometimes they won't respect what you're trying to do. Sometimes it could just create different conflicts that are unnecessary. You don't need to find somebody that's gonna be exactly your other twin or your other half, in the sense that they're gonna be identical to you and to what you like to do and what you want to do, right? Because they do say opposites attracts, and sometimes that creates some type of balance. But also, you want to make sure you find somebody who is gonna be respectable of what you're looking for. Like, if you're a hardworking person, you're not gonna be want to be with somebody who's lazy, right? Because that doesn't compliment you. That's not going to motivate you. It's going to stress you out. It's going to create issues. It's going to create hassles that you don't need. So, what are you looking for, right? Now, is it realistic to have a checklist? I'm not really sure. I used to have a checklist, and then I kind of felt like that was superficial, right? Because I saw myself where I was at. I saw what I had accomplished. I saw what I had, and I wanted somebody that was there along the same paths. And people could have the same thing that you're looking for, can check off every box on your checklist, and shoot, for all you know, it might not even be genuine. Like, like, fine, they can have this and they can have that because you think that that's what you need and that's what you want in order to proceed and in order to have that dream relationship, right? But then you realize all that materialistic things don't really matter if, like, the person is superficial, or if the person doesn't have a heart, or if they're just a pure asshole. Sorry, but it's true. Like, you it goes more into the than the materialistic things. You need to look at, like, their personality, you know? What are you looking for in their heart? What are you looking for in their mind? What are you looking for in their spiritual self? Are you guys compatible? Are there things that match? Are there things that you guys can work together and do together? One really big mistake that I did in my last relationship was that, like I said, I didn't allow the time to get to know the person properly. And even so, months into the relationship, like, the person admitted that, you know, the version that they fed me in the beginning wasn't their true self. It was their version of trying to get to know me and please me to get me where they wanted to get me so that they could go ahead and like let their self come out naturally. And there was a lot of things that came to light, which is another topic that I want to say for another day, which is like red flags, red flags, early signs, and negativity. So, that person had this demonstrated to me that they were a homebody, but like literally a homebody. Like they didn't like to go out. And see, I'm the type of person that I like nature. I like to take walks. I like to go out and clear my mind. I like to sightsee. I like to explore places. I like to try new things. I like to go to do things, and doesn't matter what it could be a store, and it's just like just the fact of like sometimes leaving the house means that much to me, right? But this person literally made it clear that they weren't into that type of stuff. And so it's like it was such a hassle to want to get them to go out with me and do things with me. And at the end, like stuff like that used to hurt because it's like, damn, like why do I have to beg you to go out with me anywhere or do anything with me? And it's like, if I really would have been in the right headspace, going back to the mental space, right, from yesterday's topic, is that if you really are in a sane place of mind and you're really logical and realistic versus being led by emotions, you'll pay attention to these types of things, which will then help you decide whether, like, hey, you know what, like, is this something that I really want? Is this something that I can settle for or live with? Or is this something that I should maybe walk away from now before feelings get more invested and then it hurts more later? You can't change a person. That's something that I've struggled with because I've met a lot of people that have been in different walks of path of life, and I've been wanting to help them and I've wanted to change them and I wanted to better them, but the reality of it all is you can't change people. So what you're looking for is really important, and that you find somebody who can either meet you halfway or complement what you're looking for is super important. Don't settle for less. Don't think that things are going to change, because the worst feeling is to get with somebody and want to do things with them, and then they don't want to do things with you, and then you're just going to be butthurt, literally. I'm sorry, but I'm going to say it how it is. Like, it's going to hurt because it's going to feel like a rejection in a way, and it's going to feel like, damn, like, the reason I wanted a partner is so I can do things with them. But what's the purpose of having a partner if the things I want to do with them, they don't even want to do with me? And so I'm still going to end up doing it alone, or I'm still going to have to find other people to fulfill those moments or those needs with. And that's not what it should be like. It should be a compromise. It should be a unity. It should be something that complements you where you complement them, and you meet halfway and you guys can communicate about it and walk through it and work through it. And if you can't, that's something that you need to consider. So with that said, I don't want to drag this out and continue repeating myself. My question to you is, what are you looking for? Are you looking for financial stability? Are you looking for somebody to meet your love language? Are you looking for someone that has similar goals? Are you looking for a business partner? Are you looking for a best friend? Are you looking for that father figure, that mother figure? Are you looking for anything? Like, what are you looking for? And when you're contemplating on moving forward in a relationship, make sure that you find somebody that complements what you're looking for, or that can bring to the table what you're looking for and help you out and contribute equally. Because the worst feeling is, like I said, is that feeling of rejection and that feeling of, damn, I'm with somebody, but I still feel alone. So let me know in the comments below if you've ever had a situation where you've jumped into a relationship and you really didn't know what you were looking for, and did it turn out for the best? Did it turn out for the worst? Or how did you fix it and make it work? Thank you. Subscribe, comment, follow if you like. I appreciate it. Take care.